We want something that's mass appealing, long lasting, and we want it on a budget. We don't want to have to break the bank. Lattafa fragrances, why not consider that? They last long, they're mass appealing, and they are super cheap. If I can't get you results, then I honestly don't want you watching my page. That's what this channel is all about. Get you in, get you out. Now watch me work.
I was born to be free.
Alright guys, welcome to the page, welcome to the channel. I'm James from the channel Terribly Tough. And today we want to talk about Lattafa fragrances. The top 10 that have gotten the most compliments, most viral, most popular, and ones that really are not going to break the bank, but make you get that type of feedback from the opposite sex. Now, before we get started, I would love for you guys to like, share, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done already, because this channel is about getting results. So it's not only about fashion, it's not only about cologne, it's not only about fitness, it's all around better men's health. That's what this channel is all about. Now let's talk about fragrances. Let's get you in, let's get you out, right to the results. Let's talk about number 10 on the list. This is Khai Al Fan. 17 bucks. What this smells like is a cotton candy syrupy knockoff clone of Baccarat Rouge 540. Only downside, it lasts about 3-4 hours and then it's dead. Can't smell it. But for 17 bucks, you get a clone of one of the most complimented fragrances out there in the market. If you just want to throw it in your locker, throw it in your car, you want to walk around with something that's going to make you smell like Baccarat Rouge 540 on a budget, this is it. A lot of people will mistake you and think you're wearing Baccarat Rouge 540, which is not the case. You hear that? That's exactly how her heart sounds. And she sees, she feels, she knows what attracts her to you. Let's rip the bandage off and expose these fragrances for what they really are. Sex bombs, sex appeal, compliment getting fragrances. This definitely does good in the compliment department. Let's go on to number 9. Number 9 was released this year, 2024, Terok Intense. Now this is a perfect gourmand fragrance if you want something sticky, something from a bakery, pound cakey, but electronic at the same time with vanilla accords that introduce themselves to the party, then you definitely want to get Terok Intense. By far a very delicious, yummy fragrance. For 45 bucks, you cannot go wrong. Long lasting, stellar performance, similar along the lines of Ferragamo Uomo Intense, which gives you that pancake syrup type of experience. Then you want to dive into Terok Intense by Lattafa. Number 8. Number 8 is another beautiful cheapie. This is Mahir Legacy by Lattafa. This is going to be the most versatile fragrance that you could put your nose onto. It's going to be very heavy on the lemony side, but you do have a lot of different citrus and sweet accords to it, which gives you that perfect gentlemanly-like type of experience. I was able to get this in TikTok shop for like 22 bucks. $25 is the most you should pay when looking for this fragrance. Something for all types of occasions, especially in the mornings going to work, the office, every type of wear, because it's not offensive. It's clean, it's fresh, it's zesty, effervescent. Fresh out of the shower, you get that with Mahir Legacy. You want something that's going to complement your wardrobe in the morning when you're going to work, walking around, even after work, going on a date. It's a beautiful scent. Again, not the longest lasting scent, but definitely going to leave a statement once you pass somebody and they get a whiff of the aroma as you pass them. Let's go on to number 7. Assad by Lattafa. Assad by Lattafa is going to be a clone of Dior Sauvage Elixir, but I feel, in my honest opinion, this is a lot brighter, more sweeter. Yes, they're both warm, spicy, perfect for the winter time. But if you want something that's going to give you a nice twist, more of a mass appealing fragrance, I would say buy this one. Not only is it more inexpensive than Dior Sauvage Elixir, but this one is going to get you a lot more compliments because it's a lot more airy. It's not as dark and harsh from the licorice that you would get in Dior Sauvage Elixir. The scent trail is stellar. This is a 10 out of 10 warm, spicy fragrance that you need to look into. And you have so many warm notes here. You have the black pepper, you have coffee, tobacco, but then you have the sweetness that is opened up by the pineapple, which gives you a very hypnotizing aroma to you. Definitely a bad boy unique fragrance. I feel like this was the more blended version that was supposed to come out. A lot more cheaper and a lot more compliments. Number 6, this is Kawa by Lattafa, part 2 from the original. So this one is going to be a lot warmer and spicier than the original KHAMRAH because this one comes with ginger on the top note. You have cinnamon, which is going to be the heart of the fragrance, and then it warms up from the cardamom. This is going to be a fragrance more for a mature man, a man that knows where he's going in life. Not too playful, not too flirty, just the right amount of sexiness if you're just have all your stuff together and you want to go on a date night, you want to leave a lasting impression, then you want to get fragrance like this because this is a more calm, more mature, warm, and sweet accord. Now, this is not going to be as bright and playful as the original KHAMRAH. Somebody that wants to have some mystery to him but doesn't expose himself to the world, something that's going to lay that sex appeal early in the date, then you want to get something like this. It's winter in a bottle. If you want something for 2025 that's going to leave a long-lasting impression, that's not going to break the bank, not going to break the bank at all, then you want to get a $40 fragrance that smells a lot more expensive than it is. Next on the list, Oud for Glory. This is your secret weapon right here. We have evil versus good. We have sweet versus dark. This is mystery in a bottle. If you ever want to get your nose on Oud for Greatness by Initial Parfums, if you ever want an Oud for Greatness, but you were scared of that $400 price tag, I propose a solution to that. We have Oud for Glory, which is the knockoff, 90% similarity of Oud for Greatness, which is one of the most complimented fragrances from the Initial Parfum line, at a discount. This one lasts long, is sweet, but you have that oud to it. They don't want that funky type of oud. No, it's well blended, very smooth and sweet and creamy. But then it does have a spicy backbone to it for less than $35. Oud for Greatness on a budget. Now this one I picked up this year. This is called Honor and Glory. This is going to be the most delicious gourmand fragrance of all the ones that I mentioned today. So you have the most delicious creme brulee, but then pineapple jumps into the party, which sweetens and softens it up a little bit. Makes it smell like something from a bakery that you just want to sink your teeth into. This is going to be more of a cavity-inducing fragrance. She wants to be introduced to sexiness, you give it to her this way. She could even wear it because this is unisex fragrance. People just want to have a certain type of greatness in their life. This is perfumery at its finest when it comes to a delicious fragrance that doesn't break the bank, but it smells so yummy that you cannot resist from buying and swiping your credit card. It's such a charming fragrance. She's going to adore it on you, on her, because it is electronic, creamy, sexual creme brulee with pineapple jumping into the party that she really wants to sink her teeth into. She just doesn't want to do it too early, but she cannot resist the urge. As soon as she smells this, it's game on. Let's go on to the next one. Next one's going to be my favorite. It's not my number one because it hasn't got me the most compliments, but I feel like this is the most unique. Vintage Radio. Let's quench her thirst already. Let's put her to rest. We have the juiciness of the plum, but then we got the softness and the powderiness from the sage and the lavender. I've never smelled Paradox from Initial Parfums. This is supposed to be the clone of it. I really don't know what it smells like. I just know what this smells like. And this smells like one of the most unique Lattafas that you could put your money onto. If you want something different, you just want to take a chance. Blind buy something that's out of this world, delicious, but different from what you may have in your entire collection. This has personality. This has oomph to the fragrance because you have the juiciness from the plum, but then you have the softness from the lavender and the sage. But then you have this boozy accord which warms and darkens the entire fragrance up, which gives you a type of 3D dimensional effect to it, where you have hints of this and hints of that, which you're not really sure where you can pinpoint what you're smelling, but you smell good juice, good perfumery. This is a solid fragrance, lasts super long, inexpensive, 10 plus hours on your skin. Guys, trust me, you want something different and mysterious, you want to get Vintage Radio. Not going to spend more than $35 on this fragrance. Number 2, the original Kawa. I cannot stop and tell you how many compliments I have gotten from this one. So we just want something sweet and boozy, something that's very gourmand, delicious, a perfect clone, but goes in its own direction. Something that has a little more personality, and I feel is a lot better fragrance than Killian Angel Share. Then you want to get KHAMRAH. Just soaking it in. Because this is an all-season fragrance, heavy hitter, signature-like fragrance. If you don't want to keep buying and buying fragrances, you just want to have that thing that separates you from the competition out there. I've gotten more compliments on KHAMRAH than I have from part 2 KAWA. Why? Because this has a cinnamon accord, which could be off-putting to a lot of people. But this one is not as dark. It's a lot more brighter, a lot more boozier. It stays away from being too sticky and syrupy, and it boosts and it ramps up the booze and the sweetness to it. Definitely a gentlemanly like fragrance for any occasion, signature fragrance without a doubt. This is something that no man is probably wearing out there, because the average man doesn't wear cologne, and if he is wearing cologne, he's not wearing the right one. So guys, put your nose onto this, buy this, because if she has a nose attached to her face, she's gonna like this fragrance, hands down, because the original is always the best. Now let's talk about my number 1, Art of Arabia number 1 by Lattafa. Guys, this is the perfect clone, 99.9, let's say 100, why not, of Louis Vuitton Imagination. That's their most complimented, most sold fragrance of all their fragrances, because it smells good, it's aquatic, it's clean. Art of Arabia, which smells just like that, is long lasting. It does very well in the compliment department. It's sweet, it's fresh, it's spicy. And then you have that minty accord, which really gives depth to the fragrance. And that's what you want. We want something that does it all. Perfect for the date night, perfect for the office, all around great fragrance. This one definitely will get a lot more compliments, because this is the synthetic scent that people love to smell. If you're a fan of Profumo, Armani, Code, then you're definitely gonna be a fan of this, because it's within the wheelhouse. We wanna get the best fragrances that we can put our nose onto, right? So these are all definitely heavy hitters. Now, consider this. You guys have so many different types of genres here, right? We have sweet, we have gourmand. If you add all these prices up, it comes out to about 320 bucks for 10 fragrances that are going to last you the next 5 to 10 years. Because you might be on the fence of which one to buy, which one is good. Buy them all, because think about this for a second. 320 bucks, you can get 10 bottles of fragrances that are going to last you the next 5 to 10 years, or you just buy one Parfums de Marly fragrance, like Percival, that is going to be the price of all 10 of these fragrances. So you do the math. Which ones are going to make you smell more unique, give you variety throughout the day? Because this is just one fragrance out of many that you have to smell like every single day. Or you can have multiple signature fragrances, something that's going to get you reactions, get you compliments, and above all, get you results. And that was the goal of this channel, of this page, of this video. All right, guys, do you have any of these from your line? Do you recommend any Lattafa fragrances that have done really well for you in the compliment department, or that you just really like to wear? I would love to know that, guys. Thank you for watching. As always, this is James from the channel Terribly Tough. I will see you guys in the next one. Later, guys.